guys, so in my past couple of Halloween videos, I've been wearing a particular dress which I have got a few questions and comments about, and it was this one. This is the newest one in my collection of dresses in general, and it's from Iron Fist. Iron Fist have like a range which kind of goes aside with the rest of their items. It's sort of like on a separate page, like in a separate section, and it's their Bat Royalty range. Now you have probably noticed in the recent 6 months probably around, I have worn this dress a lot, which again is a Bat Royalty dress covered in bats. Of course it's very see-through, so I wear things underneath, and I have occasionally worn this one as well, which is again another sort of mesh at the back, Bat Royalty, black and white dress, and I have a whole video on them. But since that range came out, there has been a whole new surge of items. So I was majorly excited. I had some pennies ready to buy these items, and when it came out, I have to say I was slightly disappointed. There was a cool t-shirt which just wouldn't have fit my kind of body shape, and there were some other dresses which were more kind of skeleton themed, which I thought looked cool, but I was kind of in it for the bats. But when I saw this dress, I kind of fell in love straight away. That is because it kind of is a mixture between like Wednesday Addams, but then it also has this like bat collar, and it's also velvet. So I saw this dress and I totally loved it, so I started looking around for it everywhere. So where do you think would be the first place I looked? I looked on Iron Fist, and for some unknown reason when I looked, it wasn't even on there. It had no trace of it. But when I went on their Instagram, I just kept seeing people wearing it, and I was like, why can't I find this? And then I did a bit of like Google searching, and I found that it was sold in Hot Topic. For all of you in America, fantastic, you can go down to Hot Topic and get this dress. I couldn't get it shipped to the UK, and I was just really upset because the more I looked at this dress, the more I wanted it. Luckily though, we can always rely on Attitude Clothing to keep us sourced with our creepy clothes, because they had a new batch of these in. I'm not sure why Attitude Clothing suddenly got them and none of the other shops did, but I'm not complaining. The only problem was with Attitude Clothing, everyone had gone absolutely mental and bought all of them, so I had to get an extra large. Now I do tend to go for either a medium or large at the moment. I'm more on the large side, but I went for the extra large just because I had done the same thing with this dress. I went for extra large because they had sold out of my actual size, and it didn't fit me too bad. It was a little bit baggy around the waist, but it doesn't matter at all. And this one is more kind of cinched in anyway, so I thought this would probably fit me. Anywho, Attitude Clothing were amazing. I literally got them the next day, so I was really pleased with that. Now, this was one of the more expensive dresses. I don't tend to spend as much money on dresses anymore. I used to buy a lot of Killstar dresses and things, but recently I just can't justify the amount of money they want for a dress. But with Iron Fist dresses, especially their Bat Royalty ones, I will kind of spend that little bit extra just to get one of their really cool dresses, just because I know it's always a high quality, whereas I have been let down by other companies before. I can't remember exactly how much this dress was, but I can tell you I think it was over £35, maybe £40. I can tell you it was pretty expensive, but I felt like it was totally worth it, and the fact I've been looking for it for ages, I didn't really think, I just kind of entered my details. I do really like this dress, but it's definitely not how I expected it to be. I love the collar more than life itself. The collar is a really thin, cotton material itself. The velvet is very thick and stretchy, so they do feel a little bit weird together, they don't feel like they should sort of go together, and it does mean that this is quite light, and sometimes it does kind of get caught up and blown up by the wind, but when it's sort of on properly, it looks really pretty. So I love the collar, and I really like the sleeves as well. The sleeves come to about there, they're quite flattering, and they are very comfortable. I don't know if it's because I have the size up from what I should, but sometimes I find these sleeves can be a little bit tight, especially on my bat wings, but these just fit so nicely. It does also have a loop at the back with a button, but because it is so stretchy, you can literally just get it over your head, no problemo. Now the only thing that kind of makes me not like this dress as much as I could do is this waistline. Now I love skater style skirts. I love it when they cinch in. I just think they look so pretty. But where this cinches in, now I don't know if this is because of my own anatomy, but it is right under the boobs, so it kind of just gives you this really weird look. It kind of makes you look like you're wearing a tent, because the kind of bottom of this skirt is a lot longer than you expect it to be. It kind of goes down around to like knee level. It's a lot kind of longer than the other Bat Royalty dresses, and I don't really mind too much about length because I like to have a bit of variation, but where it ends I do find it a little bit uncomfortable with my bust size. If you have smaller busts, I feel like this is going to look so much more flattering. But with me, I have to wear like bras that kind of contain my boobs so that this line that goes around like right up over my boobs and kind of stays where it should do. Other than that, it is so nice. The material itself is fantastic. Like, it's like the softest, nicest feeling velvet ever. I have got a velvet dress from Killstar, and I can guarantee you that this is a lot nicer than the velvet that Killstar use, and it is a sort of similar price. It does hang really nicely because of the weight. It's just the kind of stretchy center stomach line which kind of gives it a little bit of an off look. Other than that, I absolutely adore this dress, and if you wear it with a cardigan or something that's not going to cover too much of your collar anyway, it just completely hides this annoying sort of cinching in line, and it just looks like a really nice dress. Love the Bat Royalty range, and if you haven't checked it out already, definitely go have a look. I know, as I have said, the dresses are slightly expensive, but go on Depop. I have seen both of my other Bat dresses on Depop for really cheap. I think they're around £20, which is probably the amount a normal person would want to spend on a dress anyway. Again, I haven't seen this popping up anywhere other than Attitude Clothing at the moment, but I may be wrong. It may be appearing in some other stores. It's definitely in high demand, so if you do find it in your size, get it as quick as you can. Another thing about this is, at the moment in England, it is ridiculously hot. No one really knows why, but it is so hot and sticky. And when I got this, I thought, ugh, this material is so thick. It is literally the least practical thing to be wearing at the moment. But it's kind of that material that when you're wearing it, because it's sort of smooth and silky inside, it's almost like cooling to wear it. But then at the same time, when there's a breeze, it's thick enough to still keep you warm. Overall, I adore this dress, and if you've got any questions or comments about it, please do leave it below. Down in the description, link any information as to where I bought this dress, and also if I can get a Hot Topic link, I will also link that to you as well. I hope that you're having a lovely week. If it's this sunny where you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I will see you next time. Bye!